I think it goes without saying, can Oscar really be trusted? I mean, if you think about everything that he's done up to this point, it sounds kind of weird, but honestly, if there was any guy on the have and the have nots, I think that he's the one for Candace. Even though I know in real life, Tinka Sumter ended up having a baby by Justin. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the two are engaged. I had to double check on that, but I think somebody tweeted me a message about that. But in any case, this video is going to be on the topic, should Candace trust Oscar? And will they end up working together to, I believe the term is, put a mark on Charlie, who is the quote unquote favorite in the upcoming presidential election? Now, given the fact that Candace is in a very, very tough situation here, it looks like Veronica is going to help Jeffrey and by extension Candace get off of the murder charges for Quincy, since the cops found the body in her backyard. But they retrieved the body after it was foreclosed on, so that might be a stipulation there. She still doesn't have the house or anything because, again, it was foreclosed on. She needs money. The cops took the $20,000 in the safe, as well as the pictures of, Jim being blackmailed with the transvestites, the cross-dressers, whatever. I think that things are eventually going to turn for Candace in terms of her heart, based off a little clip I saw in the new episode coming out today, on Valentine's Day of all days, where Quincy Jr. is actually talking about how Hannah's been praying for Candace, and that how Candace, could hopefully be there for her child. So I feel like every time, at least for the audience, if Candace seems like she's going to be changing for the better, like if God, puts like his fingernail on her heart, there's going to be something, Satan's just going to come in there and just grab her by the, soles of her feet. I feel like that's the way Candace operates. Like, we think that she hits rock bottom and, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to end up changing for the better, given the fact that I almost lost everything. That's when that one quote unquote friend, business associate, or whatever you want to call it, comes to Candace with a new offer, something even bigger than the last con she pulled. She's going to, just go the opposite direction. Lose everything again. I don't know how many times she has to do this before she learns, but I think that Candace is going to eventually team up with Oscar to get this guy. I mean, maybe I'll have a more definitive answer of when, after we get to, get through this episode and look at the preview for next episode. And, I'm honestly thinking about it. I'm looking at the calendar while I'm recording this because it's right in front of my face. Next Monday, the 20th, is President's Day. Then the 22nd is Washington's birthday, George Washington, of course. So it would actually make kind of sense, a little bit of sense if on the 21st, February 21st, the new episode of Have and Have Nots after this week, if, either the cliffhanger ending, or if Oscar, pops up one more time and comes to Candace saying, hey, today's the day, he's going to leave. We need to move now. The guy lost his wife. I believe he said he was 37 and he's young, and Candace can pull it off, which I believe she can do. The question is, if this were to go down, I feel like Candace is probably going to get more than enough money to dwarf the amount, the 7.4 million she extorted from Jim, get everything back. And again, I feel like we're in a endless cycle where she's going to do it. She's going to get that money. Hannah's going to wonder why, because I'm pretty sure she's probably going to buy back the house, or I think it goes without saying she will buy back the tow yard for Benny. But Hannah's going to be like, look, here's what happened last time, and she's going to try to talk to Benny again. Here's what happened last time. She got the money out of nowhere. Are you really going to trust her? So this is probably, and if I'm not mistaken, Oscar said this is going to be her first time in the big leagues. This isn't, a thug kind of thing, or, an old white guy. This is like a legitimate person who's going for office. I feel like the stakes are higher this season. If you think about it, we have people dying and being killed off, but these aren't the local, officials or anything like that. We're talking like not the cops dealing with it. We have the FBI coming in on the Jennifer Salison case. We have Oscar coming in with a potential presidential candidate that needs to get conned. So I feel like this is going to happen, but I feel like the stakes are going to be so high that it's going to be too hot to handle. Going back to the season 2 slogan for the show, too darn hot. So with that being said, leave your thoughts and comments in the, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know, when do you think Oscar and Candace will team up? Do you think they will team up? I feel like Candace will, because she's going to be between a rock and a hard place. And instead of praying about, God making a way, she's going to quote unquote make her own way by giving in to Oscar. And then it might blow up in her face again. And just, a side quote, it is Valentine's Day. Do you think that Oscar and Candace should hook up? Honestly, it would be interesting to see that dynamic. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will talk to you later.